Hey everyone, Happy New Year. Steven here with Team Euphoric. It is a new year, which means it is time for a new you. And I've got a 12-month transformation challenge to help you stick to your New Year's resolution. Habit number 3 all has to do with optimizing our sleep habits. And for that, we are going to be developing a sleep routine. The reason this is very, very important is because if you are somebody who is training, you're going to be losing a lot of your gains if you're not sleeping properly. With regard to sleep, sleep is an anabolic activity and exercise is catabolic. When you are exercising, your muscle is tearing itself down. When you're sleeping, your muscle is rebuilding and repairing itself. So if you want to make the best use of your workouts, you need to make sure that you are sleeping properly. And then aside from just helping with rebuilding and repairing your muscles from your workouts, sleep is also going to be very important for fat loss. One of the reasons is if you are chronically underslept, your ghrelin or your hunger hormone is going to be elevated. And when your hunger hormone ghrelin is elevated, it's going to cause you to be very hungry first thing in the morning. And ghrelin has also been linked to poor decision making. So if you get a poor night's sleep and that happens over a long enough period of time, what's going to happen is ghrelin's going to be elevated, which means you're going to be hungry first thing in the morning. And you're also going to be less likely to make good nutrition choices, and you're going to be much more likely to grab something like a donut or a coffee instead of something healthy. So make sure you are getting a good night's sleep. And with regard to sleep, one of the things that we can do to develop a good sleep routine is doing things like writing in a grateful log. This is something that I recommend to all of my clients and patients. But before you go to bed, you want to ask yourself a few different questions, and you could write it down in your grateful log. The first thing, what are 2 things that I am grateful for today? The next question that you could ask is, what are 2 things that somebody did for me that was nice? And then the last question that you could ask yourself is, what are 2 nice things that I did for somebody else? By answering those 3 questions in your grateful log before you go to bed, this is going to help to put you in a more of a parasympathetic state. Parasympathetic state, if you recall, that is your rest and digest system. So when you are in a parasympathetic state, it's going to ease your mind, it's going to calm you down, and it's going to make it much easier to get a good night's sleep. So develop a nice sleep routine. Write up in a grateful log, remove your electronics from the bedroom, and then do some other things to help prepare yourself for bed. That way, when you go to bed, it's going to be a lot easier to fall asleep and a lot easier to get into a nice deep sleep.